Okay, first before we start the push-ups, I want to talk about the antagonistic muscles. When you train chest, your antagonistic muscle is your back. So when your chest opens up and stretches, your back contracts. So what I like to try to explain to people for chest exercises is picture right in the center of your chest a hinge. So if you picture right here that there's two parts to your chest, like a hinge, and a hinge bends this way, that's a very good visual for when you're doing your chest exercises, what needs to take place with your chest. A lot of people, when they do chest, if you're feeling shoulders or arms, it's because that hinge has been fused, so it doesn't move. So this is what it would look like if you're doing a chest exercise. If your hinge is fused and it can't move there, when you're doing the exercise, you have to move from here in order to push the weight. So it looks like that. My chest isn't moving because the hinge is fused, so my movement or rotation comes from my shoulders. If your movement is coming from your shoulders, that puts a lot of stress on your shoulders, and also your shoulders and your triceps will take the load when you're doing your chest. And a lot of times, because they're a smaller muscle group than your chest, they'll give out first before your chest does. That's what I call working from the outside. When you're doing chest and back especially, you have to make sure that you get inside your body first. And that kind of starts from the core, your abs. You have to get centered in your body. Be aware of that hinge that's in your chest. Let it open up and move. So antagonistic muscles, when one muscle stretches, the other one contracts. And when the other one stretches, the other one contracts. So if you have the same thing with your biceps and your triceps and your quads and your hamstrings. So with chest though, when you're doing a movement and you're aware of that hinge and you're starting and finishing the movement from your chest, this is what it looks like. So say you're doing a dumbbell press, you come back, you let that chest open up, and then you push forward from the chest. That hinge has to open up in the center, so then the rotation comes from your chest. When you go to push it forward, you have to make sure the push comes from your chest. You have to keep your focus on your chest the whole time, and think of contracting and flexing your chest as you're doing the motion. So I don't know if that really makes sense right now, but let's go do a push-up and I'll show you what I mean, okay?